Welcome back to 40 TV. I'm your host, 40. Today we're going to talk about photographic toning inside of Adobe Photoshop CS6. CS6 actually ships with some pretty cool photographic toning presets. So first things first, I have an image loaded here. It's of me, probably after one of my workouts. A little bit tired, really pleased to be taking a picture. Anyways, we need to add an adjustment layer. To do that, we can either click on Layer, go to New Adjustment Layer, and go down to Gradient Map, or we can go to the Adjustments pane here and click on Gradient Map here, or we can go down here to the Layers panel and click on the Adjustment Layers and go down to Gradient Map. Either way, all same result. When we click on it, it goes ahead and applies a white to black gradient. And basically what's happening here is it's inverting the image. Because the way a gradient map works is on the left side of the gradient map, those colors are being applied to the shadows. And then the colors on the right are being applied to the highlights. Colors in the middle are being applied to the midtones. So therefore, in this particular gradient map, it's inverting the image because on the left we have whites, on the right we have black. If we click on the drop-down arrow box here, we can select this gear to load other presets. If we scroll down through the presets, we'll see photographic toning. If we click on that, it'll go ahead and ask us, do we want to replace the current gradients with the photographic toning presets? We'll go ahead and say OK. We can scroll up here to the top and we can start with platinum. Platinum is basically a nice black and white effect. We have cerium, different versions. We have sepia. I'll scroll down and I'll click through a couple of these different presets to give you an idea what they look like. We have cyanotype. We have a mixture of sepia and cerium. Number 3 looks pretty pleasing. Also, let's say that we want to create our own funky gradient map, right? We can go up here and click on the gradient itself. When we do, it loads the gradient editor. In the gradient editor, we can make changes to the swatches that are applied to this gradient. Let's say we do not want one of these swatches as part of our gradient map. We can click on it, select delete. We're going to make changes to this, and afterwards we'll name it and click on New. It will add it to the list of presets here, and then we can save this list of presets. So let's go for something pretty funky. Let's start off by clicking on this swatch right here, and we'll change this color, I don't know, maybe to a blue. We'll click on this button right here, we'll click on it, and we'll change it to a green. And for this one, let's move this over to keep the skin tone relatively skin tone-ish. We'll add another swatch just by clicking in the area here. We'll click on it, we'll select it, and let's change this to maybe a red. Pretty funky. So where these swatches are located within the gradient will determine how this looks. So let's say if we bring the blues down and pull the greens in, this area of blue is only affecting this level of the shadows, which would be here in the bottom of my goatee, maybe back here in the plants. Alternatively, if we pull this green up here, blue is going to fill out more of our image because the gradation from green to blue doesn't really start kicking in till around here. We can even change where that gradation is occurring by pulling in this mid slider right here. You'll notice that affects the image even further. So obviously an infinite number of possibilities. Let's go ahead and name this our crazy gradient. I'll go ahead and click on New. When I do that, you'll see it adds it to the list of presets above. I can switch between the presets obviously by clicking here in the gradient editor. If I want to save this list of presets, all I need to do is click on Save here, and I'll title this Crazy Presets, or we'll call it 40 Crazy Presets. I'm not sure if there's 40 of them, but I'm 40, so why not? I'll go ahead and click on Save, and I'll go ahead and click on OK. If we want to reset the gradients inside of our gradient, which also will affect when you click on the gradient tool here, we can click on this drop-down menu, click on the gear, and go to Reset Gradients. It'll bring up a dialog box that asks us if we want to change the current gradients with the default ones. We'll click on OK, and we'll notice here are the default gradients. And you can go through these presets as well and see what they come up with. Some pretty crazy results, right? Rainbow. Or how about chrome? Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Till next time, guys, I'm